So these carburetors are getting to be a bit of a problem. I've cleaned them out. I've had them off the car once, stripped them down, ultrasonically cleaned them, checked for vacuum leaks, put new jets in, and I put it back on the car again, and she's still only run on choke. So I'm going to take them off again. I'm going to change the carbs. So I actually managed to pick up a set of, that wind's strong, isn't it? So I actually managed to pick up a set of decent SU carbs. So I'm going to swap them out and see if I have the same problem. So let's get them off. So at some point these carbs have obviously been off the car, because these are certainly not standard. These, it's like this aluminium, they're like a big rubber o-ring on them there like that. I don't know what the benefit is of having these on the car. The original ones are rubber mounted. It's like a big, say 10mm piece, well 10mm thick piece of rubber sandwiched in between two pieces of metal. These are obviously solid mounted. I don't know what the benefit is of having these, but I'll have a look into it, because I've still got the old ones. They came in a box that the guy gave me. So anyway, let's get back inside and get these carbs cleaned up and put back on the car. So these are the replacement carbs that I bought. I can tell you straight off the bat that these are a lot better. They're in much better condition. Everything's a lot smoother. The only thing I am going to do is I'm going to change the jets in the bottom. I'll take the ones off the other carbs because they're brand new. I bought them literally a couple of weeks ago. So we'll do that first. So here's the carb that I took off the car. As you can see, these jets are absolutely brand spanking new. So I'm going to transfer them over. Undo this nut first. So that's free now. And then let's have a think. I think the best way to do it is that this linkage on this side, it's got to come out so you can get this arm off. So you have to undo it. There's a nut on the end, like so. Now I also, your butterfly here, the way I do it normally, I open it. So I open it like so, and then I put a marker pen in, and that keeps it out the way. Keeps it out the way now, so I can carry on. Take this bolt out completely, like so. Right. Now there's no getting around this, right? The spring at the back is going to come off. There's also a little circlip on this bar here that keeps it on, and you need just to pull that off. Just get me long nose pliers in there. There you go, just one of those things. Put that to one side, and the bolt. So now, to come off. Should be able to just pull the jet straight out and then right out of here, like so. There's a little washer on the end of it and a rubber seal which is stuck in there now, so I'll just retrieve that. There you go. Little rubber seal. In fact, it doesn't look particularly good. It doesn't look particularly good, that seal, does it? So I'm glad I'm replacing that. So that's the old jet. So now get that clean in there. So let's get these set up. So first of all, you pull the spring back with the brass nut on it, push the wash down a little bit, put your new rubber grommet on it, just push it down about 8mm or so, like so. Make sure it goes in properly, like so. Give that a few turns, that'll do for now. Pop your jet back in, like so. Might as well tighten this up actually. Just nip it up a little bit, doesn't have to be mega tight. Right, so the spring has to go there, like so. That's it, like that. So let's offer that up the way it is, like that. Put your arm in, put this arm into the thing. I know it's very difficult for you to see here, guys, sorry about this, but that's the way you do it basically. Put the bolt back in. Don't forget the washer. Okay. Right, now what you've got to do now, this spring, the other end of the spring has got to go around and then hook onto a little thing down the bottom. And I actually, in fact, this can come out now. Right, so I don't know if you can see that spring just there. I'll point to it with the end of this. That spring has got to go all the way, about 3/4 of the way around, then hook onto a little stub that's sticking out of the body. So the way I do it is the little hook on this, and I hook the spring as you can see. Ooh. Need to reassemble the floats. Now let's have a look. This one goes like that. This is orientated like so. Okay. This carb's still got its original slotted screw heads. I'm not a great lover of them. I'll probably change them eventually to Allen key things. Don't forget the spring. Only goes on one way, this, which is that way. So need to top these up with oil as well. So we just need to put them on the car now. I have to take this one off to get the get these in like so. That's it. Almost there now. You alright? Yeah. Sorry about that. That was the carer for the wife just arriving. She's a bit late today. So okay, we've got the carbs on. Both linkages are on. Okay. So now the first thing to do is to get these top bolts on here. Because if you do the bottom ones first, you can't get the nut on here. You have to pull the carbs out a touch to get them bolts on. So we'll start with these ones first. So I don't know if it's 13mm or half inch. 13mm fits pretty snugly like, so won't nip these up just yet because they have like a rubber o-ring on the manifold. They're best to do them equally. So it's just the bottom ones to go on now. Which I can't get the camera down to film them, but it's pretty much the same. Just a bit awkward really getting them on. Can anyone spot the deliberate mistake? It's not deliberate actually, it's just me being a bit silly, not thinking about things and rushing a little bit. But believe it or not, I've got to take these carbs off again. Why, you may ask? Well, it's looking right at me. This needs to be fitted first between the carb and the intake manifold. So I won't bore you, I'll come back in a little bit. Well, that's the bracket on now. I'm not too sure whether I actually could have left that off. I don't actually use it for anything. The only thing it does is it's like it creates like a spacer between the manifold and the carb, probably about a 5mm spacer. So I don't know, but anyway, I'm just going to nip this carb up now. And for all the OCD people out there, this is actually 1/2 inch, and I've actually changed the spanner. It's a 1/2 inch. I'm going to tighten them up diagonally. Next job is to blank off the vacuum hoses. The choke cable on next, I think. So the nut on the choke cable is, let's have a look, is a quarter of an inch and a 5/16. So the big screw is 5/16, and the small one that tightens the cable up is a quarter. Now next is the throttle cable, which is down here. Right, so we need to feed the cable in there like so. Put our nut on. Then we have our locating pin, which needs to go in here like so. Needs to go in here. And the clip needs to go in. Well, it's R clip, this one. That's it. Okay, so we need to just take all this slack up. So we'll just connect up this fuel rail again. Right, okay, just slots straight on like so. Yeah, see. That's that one on. And that's that one. That's both overflow pipes. Now I can't use the fuel from a tank because it's contaminated and the tank wants cleaning out. The last thing I want to do is put dirty fuel through these nice clean carbs. So I'm going to disconnect the line from the tank. Right, that's the tank fuel. The fuel from the tank is now off. So we've got some nice fresh fuel in our auxiliary tank. Connect this to the mechanical fuel pump, like so. Obviously she's stone cold, so, and everything's empty, so it'll take a while for the fuel to come through. So let's have a go. Well, that's it, she's running now. Choke is turned off completely, it won't tick over. I think what I'll do, I'll just adjust the tick over, which will be flat screwdriver. I'll go half a turn. That's ticking over about 900 revs, so I'll go back a quarter of a turn. And that's about 650, 700 revs. And you know what? It doesn't sound too bad. So she's up and running and she's not sounding too bad. She's obviously going to need a bit of a tune up. Carbs are going to need balancing and the mixture wants sorting out, but it's a good starting point that she's at now, so we can continue on from there. You may have noticed I've turned the car around. It's actually the next day. I did do an outro yesterday, but when I looked at it later on in the evening, it was so windy you couldn't hear what I was saying, so I've had to do it again today. So in the next episode I'm going to be having a look at the fuel tank. It's a bit suspect. I've got an endoscope, so I'm going to be putting that in and having a good look around. With a bit of luck she'll just need a good clean out. So just before I end the video, I'd just like to thank and welcome all my new subscribers. It is so much appreciated. So as usual, if you've liked what you've seen, please give us a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you wish. It is absolutely free and it really does help the channel. So until next time, bye for now.